So now that I've gone through a couple of things for the course, here's another extraordinarily important tip that I hope that everybody listens to. So besides the textbook that you all are going to get for the course and the teachers that, if you're a teacher watching this, if you're giving out a textbook for the course, there are so many things in the course outline, the topic course outline. And if you did not get to see what that is or you don't know what I'm talking about, please go to the other video. I'll link it below, all about the topic outline. As far as the topic outline goes, no textbook is going to be perfect for it. So almost every teacher will suggest, we cannot require, but we can suggest that you purchase a review book or have access to a review book. And what on earth is a review book? So what a review book is, and there's a whole bunch of kinds out there. A review book is something that takes the college level textbook that you are going to be required to read and must read, and it also then breaks it down. It makes it much simpler to understand. It has practice questions and all sorts of helpful tidbits and tips and things like that. So let me show you a couple of them now. I'm just going to move myself out of the way here. So just to kind of give you an idea, because I know it's really kind of difficult when you're not able to see the book, so that's why I wanted to have the screen up there, even though some of the books are a bit different, and I'll be holding some in my hands in just a minute. So first of all, please make sure that you know that your AP exam for everyone takes place March 4th this year at 2023. So, if you're thinking that it's a final exam and taking place during final exam week, that's not true. Everywhere around the world, every student in AP Human Geography will take the exam at the exact same time on the exact same day. With that being said, you need to be prepared, and here's how you're going to be able to get there. So the number one, probably most recommended review book is this one right here. It is called the AMSCO review book. I actually have a link that I will also post, below in the comments that you guys can directly purchase this book from. It's on the page that you're looking at right there on the screen. It's the one that has the eyes and the map. That one was the 2020 version, I believe, and I think this is the 2021 version. This is a book where if you have access to it, I would say if you had the 2021 or 2022, you're fine. You don't need to go out and buy a new one. But if you do want to buy a new one, I will link below where you can purchase it. This has probably some of the best summaries of the topics that you guys are going to learn about. Wonderful practice questions in it. The only thing about this book is that to the practice questions, there isn't an available answer key in the book. I could speak more about that with you guys on an individual level a little bit later. Another really, really good book, and most of my students have found this one extremely helpful, is this one right here. It's called the Kaplan AP Human Geography Review Book. You'll see it on the screen. I think it says 2011. It's the blue one that says Kaplan. This is obviously the more updated version. When it comes to this book, I would not try and work out of any book that is probably older than 2018. There was a little bit of a revamp of the course in 2019, so there may be some extra stuff in older books that you don't even need. So I would try and stick with something from 2019 maybe and over, but this happens to be probably one of the favorites when it comes to students because of the fact that it's really easy to understand the topics when they break them down. They have plenty of full-length practice tests along in here, and it has the answers in here to the practice test, so that way you can check your answers as soon as you go. Just a couple of other ones that, again, are highly suggested. Most of these are just suggestions my students over the years have come through. The Princeton one is very good. The Barrons one that you guys see on the screen, that's the one that's like half green and half cut off at the bottom. It says Barrons AP Human Geography. That one is a very good one as well. Has practice questions, tests, and it has the answers in there. This is another one. It's called the Crash Course for AP Human Geography. It's not as large as some of the other ones, so just to give you an idea of like the difference in width here, there we go, is that it is not as large. So with that being said, there's not really practice questions in here, but what it does, and I know it is so hard to see, so don't worry about that, but I do have a link to this on my site, is it's almost like a bullet pointed kind of thing. It's not really paragraphs of information. It is bullet points. Do I think that you should only purchase the Crash Course Guide? No, I would say to supplement that with maybe another review book. But I mean, just in my hands, I have 4, I think, yep, 4. Oh, there's one right there. So 4 books in my hand, a whole bunch you see up there, and there are more available to you. The more books, honestly, the better, but a review book is extremely important as far as passing your unit tests in class and passing the AP exam. As far as books and such and getting them from other people, great, but sometimes if you want to highlight in them or, answer things on your own without seeing other people's answers just to see how you do, it may be advantageous to you then to purchase one of your own instead of trying to see if someone has one available. The last couple things I wanted to just mention very quickly as far as test prep and making sure you do well in the course is that there is an app called iScore5. I wrote it down for you guys right here so you could see it. And of course, I'll link to it below. iScore5 is a phenomenal app. It's an app you can download for both iPhone and Android. I think it costs $4.99, and I'm not affiliated with it whatsoever. I just happen to think it is one of the best apps out there to help you practice. So what it is it's an interactive test prep tool that you have on your phone that asks you multiple choice questions for every single unit. And they also have FRQs on there you can practice with rubrics, and the questions are really, really reflective of what you will see on the AP exam. You do not want to practice with super easy questions. You want them written on a college level. All of these review books will have that, but the iScore5 and the AMSCO happen to probably be my two personal favorites for the level of questions that you do see. So other than that, there are more information, there's tons of different books out there that will absolutely give you the information. These just happen to be some of my favorite. The AMSCO book is really, really good. The new one is the one that looks like this. It has like a hand on it. And I'll put the link below for you guys. And then my second probably behind that would be the Kaplan, only because I do know a lot of students happen to like that one. If you have other review books, that's fantastic. If you have no review books, not so fantastic. You may want to try and look for one. Sometimes you can find availability online. If you go to Amazon, you can usually do like a little, sneak peek of one of the books, but they are extremely, extremely, extremely helpful. So I hope that this helped you understanding just a little bit more about the course now that you guys are starting out. It's not just about a textbook. You guys are going to have to supplement, and you really are now in a college level class. Congratulations.